Today we're going to talk about how those planets out there in the sky are going to be making their impacts on you for this upcoming year of healing and transformation 2018. Boy, oh boy, I tell you what an exciting and interesting and busy year you had in 2017, Libra. Jupiter went through your sign for the first time since 2003 last year, really bringing a lot of shift and change in terms of helping you to recognize who you are and what you need moving forward, bringing you greater abundance in the areas of relationships and opportunities for new home, new job, a lot of things. Whatever it was, Jupiter brought some great things for you last year, but a lot of new beginnings. And this is a year where you kind of have to step back and heal from it because it all kind of happened at once in a way, you know. So this is a year where the abundance continues to come. There's a lot of focus on that for this coming year because you're still kind of coming off the heels of that. But you also have a lot of stability and security that's coming for your home and family as Saturn moves into its home sign of Capricorn, where it hasn't been for 30 years. And it hasn't been in your house of home and family in that long time either. So there's a big focus on that in the next couple of years coming up. So let's get right into that. We'll start with that. Let's start with home then. What is the stability you're talking about here, Kristen? So Saturn is the planet that brings us like the four legs of a table, the structure that's in our life. It puts the solid foundation under us. Saturn is the planet that is known for being the hard worker. It doesn't take shortcuts. It will do everything in its power to work as hard as it needs to get the job done. And because of that, Saturn is the supportive foundation and structure to whatever it touches. Thing is, though, it'll teach us lessons. Saturn goes around and it makes us have to kind of eat our Brussels sprouts in order to get stronger. So you'll find that when Saturn makes an impact on you, it may make you feel very restricted. And by golly, where has that been the past few years for you? It's been in the planet of communication and in the mind. And now that it's finally left, just before Christmas, you have a better understanding of what you're thinking up here. You have a better understanding of how to effectively communicate that to other people. Now with Saturn, it says, I've stabilized your thought process. I've stabilized how you communicate things to yourself and to others. Now I'm ready to move on to the next home. And that is literally the house of home and family and childhood. So over the next few years, Saturn is bringing stability to that area for you. It's going to start with bringing up childhood wounds because that is the theme of this year. That's the theme because we have eclipses happening in Cancer that never happen. They have to do with the childhood. And we've got a lot of energy around just releasing that pain from the childhood traumas. That's what Scorpio has us do, kind of digging into the depths of things that we buried and wanted to forget and leave in the darkness. As Jupiter comes through, it expands that. That's what it does. It blows it up. So this is a year where you're going to be reassessing a lot of those things from childhood and letting those things go and healing them so that you can move forward. Stability that comes from allowing that childhood trauma to heal. Right? And in the process, what it does is it makes you stronger for your family unit, for your home. And for some people, this may mean that this is the year that you buy a home, that you get a new home, that you find a new foundation to build on. 2017 was a huge year for losses, changes, divorces, and relationships because you, Libra, your sign deals with marriage and partnerships and relationships. And as Jupiter went through your sign last year, it blew a lot of those relationships up, moving people closer to where their soul is supposed to be now and evolve to now, and for the partner that they're ready to be with now. And if you were one of them, this is a year where you find major healing on a lot of levels because of that. And stability that comes for your family too. You'll find that over the next few years, it's a lot more solid than you thought, you know, and that'll be there regardless. But with those relationships too, we've got another thing that is huge for you this year in these terms. especially if you're somebody that did go through an ending last year, you have had Uranus in your 7th house of relationships, marriage, partnerships, business partnerships, friendships since 2010. Uranus, I tell you what, it's like a lightning rod, and it will jolt anything it comes in contact with. And so for you, for the past 7 to 8 years, you have had a lot of crazy, chaotic energy happening in those relationships for you. Weird things that come and go, people that come and go, unexpected events that happen. Shakeups is what it was meant to do. But now that it's leaving that 7th house of yours in May of this year, that brings another level of stability to your relationships like you probably have never really seen. I mean, when you think of it, this is an 84-year cycle. You've never had Uranus go into Taurus before, ever. And when it does that, it tries to get things grounded and rooted and something that you can rely on. And where is it doing that for you over the next 7 years? In your marriage and partnerships, friendships, business partnerships, in that area. So that's a wonderful thing to have happening this year as well. So let's talk about money, huh? Let's go from love to money, because this year your ruling planet Venus goes retrograde again, which is weird because it doesn't happen every year, and it did it last year, and it's doing it again this year. So you're going to be having a lot of back to the future moments where you're flashing back being like, man, I swear I just went through this. There are going to be things like that that come up for you a lot in this year, helping you to remember and reassess, or even have another second opportunity to make something happen that maybe wasn't meant to happen last year in terms of love and money. It's going to be coming back again. But you have that Venus retrograde happening again too, retro, making us look to the past with how we operate in love and money. But this year, you not only have that happening, trying to fix some cracks in those areas, right? You also have Jupiter coming through your money sector, and you also have eclipses happening in your career house this year. And when you combine that bing, bang, boom of those three together, you have a very, very awesome energy for healing financial issues and bringing a lot of luck to improve your income this year, especially around the time of that Cancer eclipse that happens. That's also when that childhood trauma revisiting is going to be at its height. But ultimately, when you let that go, it allows something in your heart center to let this opportunity come in, where it's this awesome faded opportunity in terms of work or career, or a way for you to advance your money. Listen to what the universe is telling you at that time, because it's definitely helping to guide you to those areas of greater money and financial stability. Now, and that's another one too, not only does that happen in July, it happens again in December, pretty much through the month of December. If you missed that opportunity, or maybe it's something that the seeds were started in July for you, in terms of that awesome opportunity work-wise, it is going to come back around in December, and wonderful windows are going to open where there was nothing before, and you were like, how am I going to get out of this? December will definitely help you understand how to get out of it. So next thing we're going to talk about is happiness. Ooh, excuse me. Man, makes me tired. It's kind of funny because this is, it all goes together here in a way. Mars is the planet that is our engine. It gives us energy, it gives us drive, it gives us determination, and it makes things go. It is going to retrograde this year, which is interesting because it doesn't retrograde every year, and when it does, it slows us down and makes us go within to find out what we really want about something. It is going to be retrograde and stuck in the sign of Aquarius for 6 months this year. That's huge. Mars loves to change signs and move and go and see new things and do new things all the time. Every 6 weeks is how it operates. But it can't. It's going to be stuck for 6 months in the same sign. So it's being forced to have us look within ourselves and see what it is we want in terms of Aquarius type things, which is freedom. Where do I need to feel free and liberated? Where have I felt restricted? Where have I not had the confidence or determination or motivation to free myself and liberate myself and let the real, true, authentic me shine. That's what Mars is going to be asking you in the area where it's most asking for you in your chart. Now, not your specific chart. That we would have to do a specific reading for your exact chart, but we're talking in generalities about Libra in general. The biggest area this is impacting is your 5th house of happiness and children and romance too. That is where that planet of healthy selfishness, we'll call it, is going to be doing a lot of thinking this year, saying, what is it that I need to be happy? I need to be happy. I need this for my romance. I need this. Brr, brr, brr. You know, it's going to be a huge thing that comes up. But with Mars, now remember, Mars is also the planet that goes, with it being retrograde in that house of children too. There may be delays for you in terms of things if you're trying to start a family, if you're trying to conceive, if you're trying to, like if you're waiting for something to happen with one of your children. This is the year where it's really going to be delayed, especially through the summer during that Mars retrograde. It starts June 26th, goes to August 26th. So that time frame, especially if you're going to feel like ain't nothing moving. But once it gets moving forward, it moves fast because you know what you really want. That's the thing. It's asking you, what do you want with these kids? What do you want with your happiness? What do you want with your romance? And then once you know moving forward, it helps to really propel things and make them move quickly. This is a year of insights about who you are. 2017 jolted that in you. It reminded you about all the amazing qualities that you had, and this is a year where you bring them to the forefront, and it's a year of personal growth for you. It's a year of thinking, who am I? What is my purpose? What am I here to do? Now that I have all these new things that have happened to me from 2017, where does that put me moving forward? Where do I share this excitement and enthusiasm for who I am moving forward? And of course, that Venus retrograde may also really bring those issues up again. You may see that blast from the past, back to the future style come in October when this guy goes retrograde again. So it'll be an interesting time frame for you around Halloween in terms of looking back to last year and seeing things again and having a second opportunity to fix things in love and money, or just what makes you who you are, something that helps you be a little bit more the true authentic you, who you are. And the universe is going to give you some signs, okay? Come August 6th and September 9th especially, the universe is going to show you massively these areas about what makes you who you are and what you want to do moving forward. So let's look at specific birthdays. Of course, now, like I said, when I do these horoscopes, I'm doing it for your sun sign. So it's general, anybody that's a Libra. If you want to dig in and see where these areas are impacting your chart directly, I have a link below where you can contact me for a reading. I do a $77 New Year special every year, and what we do is we look at the birth chart that makes you who you are, and we see how the planets in the sky now are triggering those aspects that do make you who you are. And we go over those things and we talk in detail about what the year has specifically for your chart. But as a general overall rule, what's happening with the Libra suns, I'm going to give a little bit of a birthday type thing to say this is what you got to look forward to in this coming year. So if you have a birthday between September 23rd and October 5th, Saturn, that planet that brings stability and structure but can teach us a lot of lessons in the process, is going to be making a tough connection with your Libra sun, making a tough connection with you this year. So this is a year where you're very hyper aware of your responsibilities. You have to take on more responsibilities, and you're going to feel a little bit restricted in ways. Know ultimately, though, this is bringing really good solid ground moving forward. And where you feel delayed, know that it will get rocking and rolling again. Really, really close to that time frame of that Venus retrograde at the end of the year near Halloween. Okay? Keep that in mind. If you have a birthday between October 12th and the 15th, this is a really tiny window right here, but this is probably one of the most transformative windows of time if you have a birthday in this area for anybody in the zodiac this year. because Pluto, the planet of transformation, is creating a connection to that sun of your energy. The universe is trying to transform you this year, and it's almost like you're a snake shedding its skin. You're leaving a lot of old behind. You're revisiting a lot of old power struggles that you've had within yourself and with others, in areas that you're really ready to let go of. So this is a big year for you in terms of transformation. If you have a birthday between October 18th and the 23rd, that Uranus, that planet that pushes us to liberate ourselves and to be free and to be the real us, is making a connection with your sun, with you. So this is really a big year for you where freedom is going to be number one. That's going to be the focus. You're going to be focused on more independence. You're going to be feeling like almost like you're crawling out of your skin because you want things to change so dramatically. This is a year to expect the unexpected as a result. And the good thing is, go with it, okay? No matter what the universe is throwing at you this year, know that ultimately what it's doing is pushing you closer to something that works better for you. Sometimes we don't know what's best for us until the universe throws us on our tail and forces circumstances on us, and then we look back in hindsight always and say, man, I'm really glad that happened. At the time it was difficult, or at the time it was crazy, at that time it was chaotic, but I'm glad it happened that way. This is going to be one of those years for you moving forward. So my Libra friends, know that, we got to pull your card. Well, we'll say that. Know that Archangel Jophiel's with you. She is the one that's going to help keep your mindset clear, thinking good thoughts, because this is the year where, as an 11-year in numerology, it's all about manifesting. What you think is what you create. So she is the angel that's going to make sure you are thinking good and keeping things clear, removing all the debris mentally, physically, spiritually that we don't need to keep energy flowing harmonious for you. So let's call on Archangel Jophiel to see what her message for Libras is for 2018. Yep, she's like, it's on top. Oh, a new relationship. Yippee yay, Libras. And it's not just even if you are in a relationship, this is great because you're going to a new phase as well. You are trusting your intuition more. This is a card of increased spirituality. This is a card of, yes, absolutely, number one card, main card in the entire deck, indicating that a new relationship is coming. They want you to know that. Think that it's coming. Don't tell yourself it's not coming, because it's coming. Darn it all. It's falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, of course, an enhanced intuition, and a new home. Remember I said that too. There's a Libra out there. You're buying a house this year, darn it. Or if you haven't, this is your year. You're really going to do a lot of renovations on the one you just bought too. But it's a house that's meant to be for who you are now in this wonderful relationship that's coming through to create that solid, stable home environment moving forward that you probably haven't really had for yourself in like 30 years, right? This is huge. This is huge. And know that Archangel Jophiel is with you every step of the way, making sure you are thinking the right thoughts to make this the amazing transformative 2018 it's meant to be. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful and blessed new year. Bye.